In this tutorial, I'm going to help you troubleshoot something that comes up sometimes when you are trying to scale something when you have strokes around it. So we'll ignore the fact that we're putting stroke around text in this manner, so that I can show you that sometimes you may put strokes around something. You may set it correctly to where it's on the outside rather than the inside. But when you have your direct selection tool and you go to scale it, um, the scale effects still stay the same. And so you scale it, we've set this to 5 points. And so what winds up happening is that you scaled it smaller and it still stayed 5 points. And when you scale it smaller, you obviously want the stroke to remain proportionate to the text. So what you can do here is we'll set it back to 5, is that if you double click on the scale tool, you'll sometimes see by default it's going to uniform scale it, but down here under options, your options won't be checked. So to fix that problem, you click scale, stroke, and effects. And so right now it's set to 5 points. That if I use my scale tool or my transform tool and I scale it, you'll see it doesn't stay 5 points anymore. It's going to stay proportionate to what I scale it to. That also works if I'm scaling it bigger as well. So instead of being 5 points, it's scaled big enough now that it's 6 points. So whenever you see that your stroke isn't scaling proportionately with your shapes or your text or whatever it is, and you have a stroke around it, then all you have to do is double click the scale tool and click scale, stroke, and effects. I usually click both of them as a habit, and then when you click OK and you go to transform it with scale, it'll correct it. And that's how you troubleshoot certain scaling issues with the stroke effects in Adobe Illustrator.